Here is Shea W. Norling.
Shea W. Norling right now, who you would not put in center field because the sun is bearing down on him. He's got no hat today and no glasses. So that'll be all for Shea.
That'll be all.
Just DH today.
That's right.
That sun's bearing down on him.
Dude, Hody, it's funny you said that. On Sunday last week, my softball game, I played center field, and it was sunny. I mean, I was sweating my ass off. But I did hose somebody at third base, so it was worth me playing out there.
Was it you still playing softball when you were hosing somebody? Or?
Yeah. Do we do this as like a sidelight thing?
We're going to put it on the YouTube.
All right, that's fine. I'd like to see that.
Would you?
Yes.
All right. Story we haven't had a ton of time to talk about, but has been dominating nationally. Dan Hurley meeting with the Lakers today, expected to get a massive contract offer. I have a couple questions off of this.
Sure.
We'll start with the simple yes or no. Is he taking the job?
Yes.
Yes. And I know that's all you wanted, so yes.
Don't you kind of feel like he's more of a college coach? Not that I think there's no chance he could be successful in the NBA, but just with his style. I mean, we've heard he gets in players' faces. He can be physical in practices. Like, this is a college coach. We saw what happened with John Beilein in Cleveland, trying to make players practice on Christmas Day, bringing that college teacher style to the NBA. It didn't work.
Okay, well,
Is there a chance Hurley could, like, the writing on the wall, Hoodie, I'm asking because the Big East, with this future in college sports and everybody's paying players, I don't know how feasible it is to do that at some of these Big East schools. Could Hurley be doing like, I'm going to go to the NBA for a few years and then people won't hate me when I go to a blue blood?
I think that that's fair. I think that a lot of this now, Shea, is money grabs. That's what it is. Like, okay, I don't want to deal with NIL and college athletics anymore, but if the NBA wants me, that's the new money grab. That's the new grift now. And by the way, if someone's going to offer you that money, it's more money than UConn's going to want to offer you. Look, I at first, when I said this yesterday, Cap, I think that from Hurley's standpoint, he probably looked at Gino Uriyama, the women's coach, and said, you're giving this guy an extension? What about me? I got the national championships.
So he signed a deal a year ago, 6-year contract extension for $32 million.
And what did Gino get?
I think Dan makes more than Gino.
I think that he should be making more than Gino lately because he's the hot coach. I mean, somehow in Storrs, Connecticut, they keep knocking it down with championships.
Yeah, they both make a lot of money. No tag days for either guy.
All I'm telling you, Cap, is that if they're going to offer you the money, that's fine. I'm just telling you that he's not winning in Los Angeles. He's not. That Lakers outfit is not good. And this is not a LeBron shot. Talking about the infrastructure of the Lakers are not good. What do you think the Lakers look like post-AD and LeBron? What do you think it's going to look like? What was it before LeBron got there? Not very good.
Not very good. He's a very intense guy. He's going to have to learn to deal with an 82-game season where much as he's going to be making his players, some will be making double.
I know that your thought always is, there's no way that a team would be able to pay off a coach that amount of money that Hurley could make with Los Angeles. But we've seen it across sports. If they don't want you, they'll pay you off. Hurley will not be there more than 3 years. It won't be necessarily his fault. It's going to be on the Lakers. It's not going to work. He's a college coach. This is not casting any aspersions on Hurley. I'm talking about the Lakers. Especially post LeBron, he will not last there.
He's always wanted to coach in the NBA, so we'll see.
Okay. Shea.
All right, Ippei Mizuhara, Shohei Ohtani's a former interpreter, stole all that money from him. Was apparently photographed with a new gig. He's like a Uber Eats driver.
No.
Delivering food to folks.
When does he start his sentence? When does he report to jail?
That I don't know. I have to look into that. But it was from the New York Post sports page on Twitter. Shohei Ohtani's ex-interpreter delivering Uber Eats after fraud scandal. He was photographed with the bag that like keeps the food warm, walking up people's porches, knocking on doors.
You sure you weren't ball sacked with this?
I'm pretty sure it's the very official New York Post sports page that posted this.
They like to do stuff, They like to do a little pull my finger.
At first, because
he's probably got to get some way to have enough money to eat each day.
there's that parody page that
There is.
it looks like the New York Post page. I think it's called New York Porch Sports or something. And people fall for it all the time. So I double checked this one. It is the gold badge verified, links to like this guy's delivering Uber Eats.
Wow. Well, you know what, Cap? You can go poor betting baseball a lot.
You can.
It's like we've seen it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this latest thing with this ball player that got suspended for life from the Padres.
Yes.
He's awful at it.
Marcano.
He's awful. He's awful at it. And some of these other kids that are suspended for a year, also terrible at it. So, I mean, yeah. Football, college football, okay. Baseball, odds are not necessarily in your favor very often. So maybe he is going poor betting baseball.
Yeah, he's going to report to jail. I'm sure they confiscated every dollar that he had in his accounts because he had to have whatever he had left. They gave back to Ohtani, had to pay the attorney. Like, he's got nothing. Nothing.
Uber Eats. If I'm Uber Eats, I don't hire him there either. Nope, can't work for us. You stole money from Ohtani. So long, everybody. Go panhandling on the side of the road. How about that?
Wow.
Seriously, I believe in second chances. Not when you're a jackaloon stealing from people. How about that?
Yeah, he's going to do tall time. He's going away.
Shane Arling.
We also have one of the more awkward interviews you'll see on a sports broadcast. This poor woman believed that she was interviewing Texas legend Vince Young.
Vince Young playing this week. He's down with 4.
David, 6 seasons in the NFL, arguably one of the best NCAA quarterbacks of all time in Texas. Picked up golf about 4 years ago. What's the biggest shift you make going from the ultimate team sport to now the ultimate individual sport?
Now, I apologize. You have the wrong person. I'm Everett Sands over Citadel, which I'm a football coach. But the thing is, the great thing about golf is that I'm not only competing against myself, but I'm competing against everybody else.
This is your first pro-am ever played, and what's the best part of being out here?
Well, being out here is a great thing, and have an opportunity to play with some professional golfers is a intimidating thing, but also a great thing.
Good luck this weekend.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Oops.
Wow.
You said at the beginning at our meeting today that you think she didn't even hear his first answer. I think you're right after listening to it again.
The follow-up question's nuts.
Like, you got the wrong guy. I'm Edward Sams. Isn't that what he said his name was?
Says his full name.
And she keeps going right back to it. Like, if I had been in that role and I didn't know, she's very young. Vince Young's long retired. She has no idea who Vince Young is. Do you remember we had somebody working over at the TV station? I told you this, and she said, "Why is this O.J. Simpson guy in the news?" I'm like, he got out of jail today. For what? He murdered his ex-wife and a friend of hers. Oh, did not know that. Had no idea.
I can believe that.
So this girl's young. Hey, that's Vince Young down there. Who? He's a former NFL player. Talk to him. He won the Heisman. Okay. You're Vince Young. She has no idea who Vince Young is. None. She didn't ask him about his career. She didn't say, hey, how about that magical moment when you danced into just inside the pylon with Texas in the national championship game? You remember that?
Yes.
It's what he's known for.
Well, as we've always said, Cap, all Longhorns look alike. Here's Shane Arling.
Wow. That's a good one.
It's just part of life.
Last thing I want to ask you about, genius or stupid here. A woman threw a, quote, FUN-eral for her dead husband. It included a bouncy house. She had everybody over.
Oh
She
my
had a
God.
bouncy house. She was serving drinks. They were having good food. She said every time I thought about planning a serious funeral, I couldn't do it. So she planned a FUN-eral. Genius or stupid?
That is dumb. That's stupid.
Yes.
A FUN-eral. She must have hated him, right?
I'm so happy to be free of him. I'm just jumping in the bouncy house.
Oh my God. That's just stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb.
God almighty.
When my grandmother passed, bless her soul, we had our service for her, and it was open bar, and people were getting tanked.
Sure.
And I had family friends coming up to me. I've never had this good of a time at a funeral before.
Yeah.
It was great.
Is that referred to as an Irish funeral?
Typically, yeah.
Yeah.
Irish funeral where you go get tanked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We aren't Irish, though. We just are boozers.
It's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Them and Carlos, all boozers. It's the best, man. What'd I say wrong?
Carlos. It's the number one boozer.
He certainly is.
Biggest
Wasn't
boozer in
expecting
Chicago, for sure.
It's just
Remember when he tripped over his gym bag and got
Yes.
injured?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Get that, Kim. Get that. No, you get the rebound. A-hole.
Wow.